Pierre, Master of Fortune, a last start winner for your stable. He looks a really upwardly mobile type, doesn't he?
Yeah, he was quite promising. He had 3 runs and 3 runs is in the prize money, and last time he hit the front well. So we look forward to he do it again this time.
He was trying the mile for the first time last time. I imagine that was a key factor in him winning, because he's looked the sort of epitome of a stayer, shall we say.
Yeah, he looks like a really stayer. I think he'll go further as he get older in age. So yeah, he's done very well in this age on the mile.
A couple of points to address with him now. That was soft ground last time, Pierre. I don't think we're going to get perhaps too much in the way of soft ground this week, and it certainly has been that bit drier. How much do you feel, and your jockey Vincent Ho feel, that the ground played to his strengths?
Obviously, the soft ground will suit him really well, but even if on a firm ground he does chased up before, so I won't be too worried about that.
And the other question I wanted to ask was the fact that he obviously bled on debut. Now, that's never an ideal thing. I mean, he has obviously come through that on one since. How much of that is a sort of a niggle in the back of your mind, knowing that has happened?
It has happened, but it was a bit unlucky one, I think.
Yeah, okay.
So I never thought of that again. Yeah.
Was it a bit of a blessing in disguise? I mean, he looks like quite a sort of heavy top type horse. Just gave him that bit of time, perhaps.
Yeah, give him time, and he actually come through that second prep really well. So I look forward to Sunday.
He's got a good draw, Pierre, as well in 3, £5 extra to carry. Also, do you feel he's the type of horse, given his sort of makeup and the physically the type of horse that he is, that he will go forward and take the next step?
I don't think we'll put on pressure in the early stage. Sure. We just wait he'll find his momentum and try to do it again like last time.
And just of all the sort of the younger horses, the likely race horses in your stable, do you rank this guy quite highly? Do you think he's got a bright future?
Yeah, he does have a bright future in the staying distance. So hopefully do it again and get up in the class.
Matthew Flying High is a horse that you've had a great association with this season. He's now a 4-time winner. That was another strong win from him last time out.
Yeah, it was a really nice win. We're lucky everyone stayed off the rail. He got a smooth run through, and he got the job done.
Talking of the rail, he's in 3 this time around, puts you more out to the centre. How much tougher does that make the task, do you think?
Well, I think he's in a good frame of mind. It doesn't really matter. We're on the C+3, so we're all going to be sort of out there. Tracks has been good enough in that sort of place in the last few weeks, so not too worried.
Matt, you're the only one that's won on him. He's won 4 times. He won off 50 back in November. What is it about him that's just aided him in this improvement? Because it's not an easy task for a horse going up in grade to rattle off a sequence like he has.
Well, it's just about him maturing, just getting his racing manners in order, and Chris has him in good nick, so he just did the rest, really.
I guess a career high mark now does make it tougher, but with that in mind, obviously, you say a horse that is in form, it can certainly count for a lot here in Hong Kong, can't it?
For sure, and we're getting to the back end of the season, so as long as he's been consistent and his form is holding, so he's in the right place, the mindset's correct, so fingers crossed.
He must have a very long neck, Matthew. His last 3 wins have all been by that distance exactly, so he doesn't win by too far ever.
No, we've got to time him correctly, because he doesn't have a very long dash, so we just got to make sure he hits the line at the right time and not leave it too late, not leave it too early, so we just have to time it.
Karis, lucky encounter, did a really good job last time. You and David Hayes team up with him once again. He really is a horse going places, isn't he?
Yeah, he's of course since he started trialing, he's been showing a bit of quality, and last time he dug down nicely and won a nice race.
He beat what was a really hyped horse in the shape of Beauty Destiny. Talk me through what it was like coming down the straight, because I imagine you could see the horse in front of you perhaps not wanting to really go through with the job, but your horse was very good and knuckled down well, didn't he?
Yeah, I think that the Beauty horse was a horse going into the race with a lot of potential, and I think the horse just threw in the towel at the 200 and didn't want to go through with it, because when we turned for home, Zach actually pinched about 3 lengths on me, and he looked the winner, and then the horse started giving up. So I think it's just an experience, you know. But we got lucky, and our horse was there to put a challenge, and I was happy that he went on and fetched that horse and went past him.
Caris, you've always had the advantage of being able to do a nice lightweight. The fact this horse has gone up in grade now means he carries 119, but the assessor hasn't missed him. He put him up £9 officially, but I guess on all we know, it looks an almost sort of guarantee that he's going to get competitive in this grade. Would that be fair?
Yes, well, I think the way he won last time, I think they thought he deserved that much of a point. But he's a progressing horse. He's doing everything right in the morning again. So he took that race really well. So I think it's going to be competitive. Of course, there's two horses there that look that they got a bit of class also. But he's got a nice weight. He's got a nice draw. So it could be competitive again.
Brenton, Avdulla, Sweet Encounter is one of your rides on Sunday afternoon. You've had an opportunity to trial the horse. What have you made of him?
Yeah, he trialled well. He's a pretty casual sort of horse and only does as much as he's asked, but I was happy with his trial. He's sort of got the right form there and he's in good order, so I'd expect him there on Sunday to go there and race well.
He seemed to finish that heat under a pretty nice hold. John had a couple in the trial. In fact, I think Tuchel, who runs in the race, obviously in that trial as well. But did he give you the feel of a horse who certainly looks ready perhaps to go close again? I mean, as you say, his form is pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, I do think so. He's drawn a bit awkward, but I think he's a horse now that early on in his career, in lower grade he was racing on speed, but I think now that John thinks he's better off ridden probably a fraction quieter and he'll hit the line. So obviously he trialled next to the stablemate the other day and there wasn't much between them. But yeah, like I said, I'd expect him to go there and run well.
You, I'm sure, would have gone back and had a look at his replays, etc. Last time out, I mean, he was about 3 and a bit lengths off of Straight Aaron. He's progressed nicely, so his recent form is there. Yeah,
especially that strong 4-year-old form, So he's got good form. Like I said, he's just going to need a bit of luck from the draw and do things right. And if he gets things run to suit, then we'll be away, hopefully.
I'm not sure if you've had a chance to discuss it with John, but he comes back in trip. I know he has one over the mile. Is that sort of a pro or a con, do you think, in the stable's mind?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Obviously, the champion trainer in Hong Kong, he's deciding to run him there. But look, Sha Tin's going to give him his chance to wind up and. Like I said, I think he'll be well suited to race well.
And what about yourself, Brenton? You've had a bit of time to bed in now, obviously, and the ride's seemingly coming, quite along quite well. And a couple of horses have gone close for you. I think there's been 3 or 4 thirds there so far, and those that have filled the frame. So the momentum's gradually beginning to build. Yeah,
look, we obviously started off the first meet and just missing on the first ride, and then we've had plenty of rides that have been outside the market, but I'm getting good support from a variety of trainers now, and a few more are sort of starting to jump on board. So we're getting a bit closer, and I feel like the rides that I've got coming over the next couple of weeks are getting a bit stronger too. So a lot more competitive chances there, even on Sunday. So I'm sure the winner won't be far away, but we're enjoying it. And like I said, I've got a number of trainers who will give me great support. So we'll see what we can do.
Brenton, you're well versed at this game, but what's been the biggest learning curve since you've arrived in Hong Kong?
Oh, look, I find the racing's. The most comfortable I am is when I'm out on track.
Yeah.
I feel I've adapted to the racing really well. It's just now about obviously, getting on the right horses at the right time. It's obviously at home I've got a manager, and here it's doing it a lot of yourself. I have got a little bit of help for the first couple of months, but just trying to get on the right horses. Obviously, there's a small pool of horses, and the difference between a class 4 to a class 3 or a class 5 is a big difference. So just trying to find those horses that are going up in grade and down in weight, or down in grade up in weight, and just getting on them at the right time.
Look, Ferraris, HAMERON is your ride in the final race on Sunday. Really pleasing debut around Happy Valley, and did some really good work late.
Yeah, he was. Like you said, it was a pleasing debut. He's been doing everything right so far. He's got a bit of a tricky draw on the weekend, but hopefully he gets a bit of luck in running and things go his way. He's been doing everything right up into the race, and happy with how he's going.
He has got that tricky draw, of course, that you allude to, but he's coming here, he's going up to 14. I guess, does that sort of help you in some way to elongate that wide draw, potentially?
Yeah, look, I think the step up in trip will definitely suit him. 12 was always going to be short for him. Yeah, look, Sha Tin will probably be a bit easier from that draw. But, hopefully things go his way in the race and he gets a bit of luck in running, and don't see why he can't finish like he did at his debut.
Yeah, he's Australian form. I think he went up to 2,000 metres. So does he give you the feel of a horse that potentially wants even further than this?
I think he could. He's a real sensible type. He switches off nice in the races, and he's a lovely horse to ride. So, he could definitely go past 14.
Just on yourself, Luke, obviously there was a double there at Happy Valley Wednesday night, obviously 2 nice winners there, 25 for the campaign. You must be really pleased with the way things gone, 5 better than last season, and obviously a bit of the season still to come.
It has, yeah. It's the support's been nice throughout the season. It's great to improve on what I've done last season, and hopefully just keep building. Got a few more meetings left until the end, and hopefully just keep the ball rolling.
Are you the sort of guy that sort of sets yourself targets, Luke, for a season or that sort of thing, or is it just a case of take it as it comes and do your best, I suppose?
I think it's a bit more, I take it as it comes. You know, you want to set goals, but you don't really want to set them too big, and if you miss, you're disappointed, and especially in a place like this. So just taking it as it comes, and you know, try and get the best result out of each horse.